mtu akisikia sauti ya kubisha, jaribu kufikiria, haongei, ni kubisha, lakini anasema. Kuna mtu niliona ameseti simu yake, mtu akipiga anasema piga simu. Kuna revelation hapa kwa hii ujumbe. Lazima uwe na uwezo wa kujua the knock of Jesus Christ, because there is a secret voice in the knock. Hello. There is a secret voice in the knock. When he is knocking, kuna siri hapo ya sauti ya Yesu. Akibisha unajua ndio hiyo. Sasa anasema atakaye sikia sauti yangu. Hakusema atakaye sikia sauti ya kubisha kwangu. Alisema atakaye sikia sauti yangu. Anamaanisha nini? Hapo ndani kuna sauti yake, kwa hiyo kubisha. Kwa hiyo kubisha kuna sauti. Maana ukisikia sauti yangu, hakusema ukisikia nikibisha. Anamaanisha there is a voice inside that knock. Ninabisha. Now you have to hear the voice. You have to connect with that voice. In that knock, there is a voice inside it. Voice that is inside the knock. That is what we need. Because when he is knocking, anybody can knock. Lazima usikie the knock of that. Ile kubisha, anabisha, anatafuta. Kuna kitu unatafutaka kusikia kutoka kwake. Hausikii the sauti tu. Lazima kuna kitu unataka kujua kutoka kwake. That's why you will be able to ask the questions. Now, through this, you must be able to understand the voice inside the knock. So understand now, who is this knocking? Anyone who will hear my voice. Every and each person here has a voice. You have the body. When you are walking, is there anyone who can understand you? Is there Thank you. Today I want to speak about Jesus deleted it all. Jesus deleted it all. Yesu alifuta yote. He deleted it all. Look what somebody tell somebody that our Jesus is faithful. Look what somebody tell somebody, our Jesus is faithful.
Our Jesus is faithful.
Jesus deleted it all. The time came the eyes of God was upon the earth. God's focus was on earth. Since the time of Noah, God said that I'm not going again to punish the earth. What I'm going to do is to make sure that I set my people free. I want to save my people. I want to make sure that my people will never ever suffer because of the aroma, because of that incense. I heard a good smell from the earth. So God looked at the earth and said that I'm not going again to destroy the earth. Then God looked at us, and that's why my first book came from John 3:16. John 3:16, please.
Kwa maana jinsi hii Mungu aliupenda ulimwengu.
Kwa maana jinsi hii Mungu aliupenda ulimwengu.
Hata akamtoa mwanawe pekee.
Hata akamtoa mwana wake wa pekee.
Ili kila mtu amwaminie asipotee.
Ili kila mtu amwaminie asipotee.
Bali awe na uzima wa milele.
Achia tu hapo. Bali awe na uzima wa milele. Yesu, Mungu alivyoangalia, he had a delight on us. Then what he did, he looked for a way to make a man be connected with him. I think you're understanding my language. He was looking for a way to make a man to be connected with him. Yani alikuwa anatafuta nafasi ya kuweka mtu aunganike na yeye. Maana at the first waliongea, they were together. Then they said that let us make a man. 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 In our own image. Do you know what happened there? There's something you don't know. They said, let us make a man in our own image. That means there is something that was made before that was not in the image of God. That's why God looked at the earth and God said that we have to create someone who looks, or the appearance is exactly like of our own. that he can be able, so that this person may have mind and thinking capacity, so that sat in one accord. We are not there. Do you know at the first God gave Satan permission to be on earth in the Garden of Eden, so that he can be able to take care Garden of Eden. So he was there before Adam. Satan was. Do you understand what I'm saying? Before Adam, Satan was. And he was there to take care of that garden, the city of Eden, where there is everything. There is any source of trees. And it was good. But the time came. Do you know what made God say that? The tree of the sides near the ways or near the roads, you must eat it, but the middle one, you cannot eat it. What happened? Because now the man was not there. That's where the problem is now, because the quarrel came. The quarrel came in heaven before the man, a human being was made. The quarrel came. But Satan was in charge. He was there to rule, to take over. The earth was made. Everything was made. Animals was made. Everything was there. But there was no man. So means these all things that you are seeing were made before man was made. Before you were made, or Adam, our forefather, Adam was made and blessed the Garden of Eden. Satan was there to rule. He was like a cherubim. He was taking care. He had all sorts of mandates to take care of the Garden of Eden. And now, do you know what happened? The quarrel came because now Satan, the pride of Satan came to another level that he was not ever to resist. He came with that pride, and what Satan did, Satan was there to rule. Then he saw by himself, and he wanted everything by himself. He wanted everything by himself, not anyone to take care but him. So when God looked at the earth, hey, do you know, many of you think that sin started with Adam? You are wrong. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Many of you think that sin started with Adam. If sin was to start with Adam, there would be no accursed trees in the Garden of Eden. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? If sin was to start with Adam, like you always know and understand, there would be no the fruits in the garden that is cast. There would no Satan in the garden. That means if Satan was there, if Satan was cast down before Adam, that means the sin was there. But God was trying to separate a man from sin. A man with a sin. This thing could be parallel. You could never ever have a space to meet with the sin. There would be no a contaction. No contact with you with the sin. But what made a man to sin is not God, it's not the fluid, but the first sinner. The first sinner, who is Satan. He was the first sinner. Not a man. A man was nowhere. A man, what the man did, he entered in the act of sin. Where someone else starts it. Adam was not the first to sin. Because we knew sin through the law. And the law was, there are some trees inside this garden that you should not eat. The word "you should not" was a law. And if it was a law, so man was to follow the rules and the law that was in the garden. Ask yourself, if there was no earth, now where was the garden? That means when God builded the earth or molded the earth, what happened? So he made a place, a garden. And when he say a garden, it's not